Hello. Today we're going to be talking about power offers. All right. This is something that you really need to learn because it's going to make you a freaking ton of money. All right. So the power offer is essentially like between this and my other training that we do on copywriting, like you're really going to know all about creating irresistible offers. Okay. And then you can also read like Alex Hormozi's book, and there's a bunch of other books. But this is more powerful than anything else out there that I've found. And it's basically just taking your whole offer and then making it as simple as possible and as stupid proof as possible. Because, instead of marketing by, saying all this stories and things like that, like you just need to get to the core of what your customer wants. And there's just so much noise out there right now that people are they don't have time to like dig into like what you do and things like that. So you have to be making offers constantly. And this is all about taking all that information and turning it into a really clean power offer. So this is just kind of one example of a power offer, but I wanted to give it to you in the beginning just so you have an idea. So attention, avatar. If I offer to get you blank benefit without the obstacles A, B, and C, would you take me up on that offer? Options, you can add some authority to this or some credentials that show how awesome you are. But this is just like a really rough outline, but I wanted to give it to you at the beginning. The only thing I would add is some sort of time metric in there. So I would say, attention, 6 and 7 figure business owners, if I can generate you an extra $100,000 within the next 6 months without you having to hire or fire or do anything else, would you take me up on that offer? Something like that. So you want to add a time benefit. Your goal of creating a power offer. All right, get crystal clear on your offer messaging. Find the right offer that your ideal customer wants. Iterate the offer. Pivot your offer if it's unresponsive. That's another thing. Is like once you create a really good power offer, you should be able to use it on like cold traffic, and then basically if you get a bunch of replies or a bunch of interest, then you have a great offer that you can start running for ads and stuff like that. That's really why we're doing this. So it's supposed to be so crystal clear and so simple that if you put it into like the ClickFunnels Facebook group or any Facebook group or just LinkedIn or whatever platform you use and have a following on, they will respond. That's key, okay? All right, who will get the most out of this? Anyone who needs to get better at demand generation to sell more of their products, programs, and services. Work with both high ticket, it works with low ticket, develop your message basically. And then once this thing is all set up, it'll get you ready for a good funnel. All right, step 1, we're going to take an offer idea and work it into a 1-sentence short form power offer. And then we're going to test it with an audience. Step 2, if it converts, meaning it generates interest and response, create a expanded power offer. And that the expanded power offer is more like copywriting. It's where you add like stories. You basically use one of those frameworks that I teach in those other copywriting things, but we want to get your power offer down first, okay? And your power offer can be your whole offer. You don't even have to add all the fancy stuff if you don't want to. The fancy stuff is just more for when you're running ads so that they can relate to you and things like that. Okay, and we're going to build a minimum viable funnel, all right, paired up with your power offer to create evergreen growth, all right? And that's real powerful. Okay, so the first thing you need to know is there is a huge difference between marketing and sales. And really in this program, we're just going for sales. We're going for direct response. We're going for cash in the bank because we need that proof of concept. And then once we make a bunch of money, then we can just do kind of, but the big thing is like marketing is good, but we're just focused on sales. And your power offer is just about getting sales, getting actual crunchable cash in the bank. And this is where it is really good. So death by ambiguity. So I've done this quite a bit. But if you put your content out there without having a clear offer, your audience may never buy from you and just consider you as a free resource. But on the other hand, if you're consistently creating and making an offer to people that are on your list or that are listening to your content, then you're actually driving them closer to becoming a customer. That's really important. So if you create your power offer, you know who your target customer is. You start creating content just for your target customer, and then in every piece of content, you make them a very clear power offer. You're slowly going to convert them into a customer. Really, really powerful, really, really smart. Okay, and this is the fastest and least expensive way to acquire a customer, which is also really important. So demand trigger conversations. The conversion cycle. What causes people to take action? Ask many novice marketers, and they'll tell you that desire is what causes someone to take action. Example of desire: I want to look sexy. This is a false belief. Desire generates interest and awareness. Demand generates conversions. Very, very, very key. So you want to take the desire for something, turn it into a demand, right? And a demand is a very clear, like, power offer, a countdown, a limited time offer. That's going to trigger into a conversion. Okay. So desire versus demand. Desire is the craving, longing, yearning feelings that impel one to the possession of something. It fuels the drive, keeps the momentum moving forward. Demand is the desire to buy. You can't have demand without desire, but demand requires important critical elements that move someone to take action, right? Number one, demand triggers market expectations. Does the market already want something? Comparable results. Has the market already validated this product or service? Market affordability. Can the market afford what you want to charge? Do a stupid test. How much thought is required for me to get the offer? The less amount of time, the better. Timing, all right? How soon can I get it? Okay, so these are the demand triggers. These are how you can trigger the demand. So like we said, if there's a desire, you want to hone in on the desire. But if you really want to get sales, you have to figure out as many demand triggers about your offer as possible. Okay, so does the market already want this? Okay, has the market already validated that this is a product or service? All right, can the market afford how much you want to charge? That's going to create more demand. How much thought goes into the offer? Is it stupid proof, basically? All right, and our job is to identify as many demand triggers as possible within our offers to inspire conversions. I want to show you an idea of what like a demand trigger is. Okay, so this one over here, the new way to wear jeans, beauty, how to cheat a facelift, the dress, the shoe, and bag to buy now. These are all demand triggers, and they have to put a whole bunch of them because they want you to pick up this magazine and go inside, right? So here's a better example, maybe. Go get that raise. Sexy hair, yes, please. Bag, shoes, dress. Kim. And even the picture creates a desire, like, oh, I want to be famous like Kim Kardashian or whatever the fuck it is. But having all these different desires is what's going to get people to click on your ad, click on your product. And then once you get them into your product, you have to create the demand, right? But it all starts by figuring out, what is going to speak most to your customer, which is why they have so many things on these magazines. Because if these magazines are just chilling, people are going to want to know Back on Top Share or On the Road with Muse. These are things that people are going to be curious about and they want more information on. And that's the whole point of these words being on the front of the magazine, because it's going to get you to pick up the magazine and go inside. And then once you're inside, they're going to keep you reading and keep you in their thing. So that's just a little bit about creating demand triggers and really figuring out, what is it that's going to get our customer to first have desire, then the demand, then turn into a conversion. All right. So it's pretty cool. We could go way more in depth in it, but I just want you to have the basic idea. I want you to come back to this and really start to go through this step by step when you're creating your power offer. Okay. The next part, this is really powerful too. Okay. Is how to extract demand triggers through your customer journey. Okay. From like A to Z or A to B. Okay. So a lot of people think that when they have this offer or this course or this product, like that people want the whole big thing. So they try and sell the A to Z of how to become rich through stock markets or something, But the reality is a lot of people just need A to B, right? And A to B is less daunting, and A to B can actually be even more sexy. Okay, so what we want to do is we want you to actually lay out your entire customer journey right now. So A, where they are now, and then all the way to Z, the final thing that you're going to give them with your coaching, your product, your service, okay? And then break down the levels of each step that are going to get them to that point, all right? And if it's a physical product, you can even say, buys the product, loves the product, leaves you a 5-star review, right? And then you can break down, first we got to pack it, we got to ship it. We're going to send them an email right here when they ship it. We're going to send them a tracking number. They're gonna get the product. Everyone's gonna be crowded around the product, and they're gonna love it so much. Whatever. This is stupid, but what you want to do is for your specific offer, your specific customer journey, write down each step of the transformation that's going to get them to where they want to be at the end. Okay, and it's really powerful because sometimes, again, the Z, right, of our product or our transformation isn't exactly what everybody needs, right? Or isn't what they want, or it just sounds too big. It sounds too unreal. So then maybe if we just can figure out their journey from like A to B or A to C, and at C they get like a virtual assistant, right? And the virtual assistant's going to do all their work. Maybe that's a better sexy sale that we can get them, and then we can get them to buy into our system and into our lives, and then we can sell them all the way to Z. So this is super powerful, though. Okay, so just pay attention. This module will be worth millions of dollars over the course or career that you truly understand it. Okay, most misconceptions. Most creators think that they have to have one hook, one promise, one desire, right? And they think it's the end result. The end result, the promise, is what we want to start promoting with, but it's not always what's going to create the demand like we were talking about before. And demand is what creates conversion. So we need to break down the A to Z journey, but we really also need to look at the customer's A to B journey. So break down the process. This is basically what I just went over. Sometimes the A to Z is just too big. Anyways. Okay, now that we've basically done that, like we've broken down from A to Z all the way down to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way through, now we just need to create what is going to be our stupid test, all right? So we're going to start creating a couple different offers. We're going to start putting them all together, and we have to make sure that when we say these things, like people can fucking tangibly point at it, right? And they can say what it is, and they can tell you what it is. Like if a caveman read your offer and could tell you what you sell and what you do, that's what you want, okay? So number one, simple to understand. Is your offer easily understood, right? Does it require much thinking? And can it generate a response? Does it generate a response? Is it feedback? Okay, so now we're actually going to write out our power offer, and we're going to actually test it in the market, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is. Make a video, make a podcast, do what you got to do. And the saying goes, sell them what they want, give them what they need. People respond to wants. Your end promise isn't always what people want. Demand triggers, okay? If your response rate is low, if people aren't responding to your offer/promise, it means they don't want it. So we must find something within your delivery that they do want. Okay, this goes back to breaking it down, not just selling A to Z, but selling A to B or A to C or A to Z, A to D, like whatever these things are, because maybe somewhere in there is a really great offer that everybody wants that they can buy into and just get that part, and then you can sell them on the Z, which is the part that they actually need, right? They get what they want, and then we upsell them to get what they actually need. All right, use this exercise to uncover all the demand triggers in your link and ultimate promise, okay? So your goal, discover as many demand triggers as possible within your offer in case your primary promise isn't what people want, okay? 2, use these as individual power offers and attract leads into your program. This is awesome. Sorry. So the A to Z process, right, is breaking it down step by step is very, very powerful, because if you have this really big promise for your course or for your product or for your services, you can break it down into smaller bite-sized chunks. And sometimes some of those smaller things can be an entire program on their own, or an entire service on their own that you can sell, and it can just be a lot easier for you, and people want it, and it's crazy. Okay, so that's another thing. So you can make it, you could have your whole big A to Z plan and then break it down into small chunks, and you could just sell a small chunk of that off on its own at its own price, and that can also generate a lot of leads. Or you could turn that small piece into a lead magnet to bring people into your program, into your world. Okay, rinse and repeat until your demand trigger passes the stupid test. Meaning your audience starts responding because they understand and want your offer. It's simple, clear, and compelling that any Joe Schmo can understand it. Over time, you'll be able to shortcut this because you'll have a better idea of what people will actually want, but it may take time, all right, the first couple of tries. All right, now we're going to create your 1 to 2 sentence power offer. Number 1, power offers and definition. How to use your power offers, the 1 sentence power offer, examples. So what is a power offer? an advertisement, post, email, or message that conveys to your intended audience, I have something of value. Take action now. That's really key right there, is that you have something of value, and you want them. The whole point of the power offer is like it'll make them decide right then and there, yes or no. Okay, so like it's not like just a regular piece of content or a regular thing that you're putting out there. It actually puts them into instant consideration mode. Be like, do I need that? Do I want that? Is that something I want? Yes or no? As opposed to like, oh, all these other thoughts that they could be having. That's a really big takeaway of a power offer. Okay, they use to identify high ticket buyers in any space. Okay, so you can use this because if they're in a consideration mode, then you might have high ticket buyers, boom, come out of the woodworks, and you wouldn't even know that they could be your customer, and they'll say, yes, I want this. They are used to drastically reduce the amount of time required to validate your messaging with your audience. They are the most profitable tool to have in your marketing arsenal. So yeah, once you really hone this in, and like this could take like a whole day where you just write down as many power offers as you possibly can, okay? And then you just start testing them. The ones that you really like, you start testing them, but don't get rid of all the crap ones because sometimes those are the ones. And then you break down your whole entire transformation or your whole entire offer into A to B, A to C, and then you can start finding micro offers and micro power offers to make more monies that you might not have even thought of could be profitable, okay? Our brains want to vomit stories that don't make sense. Stories, marketing, keep us in the way of making offers. Yes, they are important, but not until the offer is validated. That's the key with this whole power offer, is getting validation. The power offer cuts through the noise. Okay, why 1 to 2 sentence power offers? Our goal is to reduce the amount of information needed to analyze feedback. So like stories and all that stuff is great for marketing, but if our offer isn't validated, if it isn't stupid proof, if it's too complex, no one's going to buy, no one's going to understand what you even do. So that's why we want to make it 1 to 2 sentences, super short, super powerful. People will respond to offers if they want it. Okay. If we don't pass the 1 to 2 sentence power offer stupid test, do not pass go, do not collect $200. All right. Don't go any further. Keep trying to hone in your offer until somebody understands what you offer and says yes, or you get a lot of responses, or people just start a conversation at least. All right, how to use your power offers. Number 1, always start with your shortest version until that generates responses and opt-ins and applications and calls. This will identify your audience, okay, hook, messaging, and demand triggers quickly. Sometimes have a shorter lifespan with paid traffic. All right, once this has been validated, we will develop an expanded power offer, right? That's when we add the copywriting. That's when we make it sexy and everything else. All right, these tend to get more positive feedback with Facebook ads, longer lifespan, and introduce some and all of your following. All right, you create a unique mechanism out of these things. You can start building authority, your personality differentiators, your humor, your value. Okay, so we start with the 1 to 2 sentence, and then we're going to create the expanded power offer. Requirements of a powerful offer. All right, it must elicit a yes or a no response. Really key right there. Okay, remember we were talking about, making people go into decision mode. And that's the whole point of the power offer. Yes, they want your offer, or no, they don't want your offer. Yes, they understand your offer, but they don't want your offer, or yes, they understand your offer, and yes, they want your offer. The benefits must be clear and succinct. All right, it should be understood by your prospect in 1 sentence. It should incorporate an element of time when they see a result from your offer, right? Time incorporates urgency and desire, okay? Remember, marketing isn't bad. We just want permission to market to them. We do this by leading with offer first so that we can get their interest and then give them marketing. All right, the 1 sentence power offer. Simple structure we follow. Number 1, call out your avatar. All right, so dog whistle copy. Attention, financial managers. Okay, if I offered to write you financial copy, emails, newsletters, advertorials, and get them done to you within 30 days, would you take me up on this offer? Want lots of traffic without having to do any of the work? Hit me up. Okay, so that was a terrible example, but this is just like a breakdown. So this is what you need to look at right now. Pause this video, do whatever you need to do, and write out 1 sentence power offer for your transformation, your business, basically. Okay, and now that you have that down, now we're going to create what's called an expanded power offer, or we're going to call it an EPO, expanded power offers. Okay, EPOs are the best used only after the original power offer has been validated. So once you get validation from the market, then you can create a whole story and you can start to market to people. EPOs give you the ability, specifically with Facebook ads, to build more of a connect with your audience marketing while still making power offers, sales. There are typically more work to create, but have a longer lifespan. Now, here's the framework, not a formula. Don't just take this for granted. Like, you can mix and match and you can put it all together. Don't say, like, this is how it has to be. This is just like a framework, one framework, okay? So this is adding to your EPO or your extended power offer. Copywriting is an art form, okay? I'm going to give you the elements to be a successful long EPO, but understand that they do not need to be used in the exact order. Okay, it's more important to include as many of the elements as possible, but it is to get them in the right order just because you see an example. This is why we call it the EPO is not a formula. All right, so this is just like the framework for taking your short power offer and turning it into a longer power offer, so you can start running ads or you can start building more of a relationship with your customer. Okay, so this is the questions of the framework so you can develop and extract your power offer. And these questions are from the perspective of the reader when the reader is reading your extended power offer. Okay, how is this different and unique? What's in it for me? How do I know that this is real? What's holding me back? Why should I believe you? Who's to blame? All right, proof it's not your fault. Why now? How does it work? How can I get started? And what do I have to lose? Okay, so these are just questions that if your reader was reading your extended power offer, they would be asking themselves, and that they would need validation before they really buy from you, usually. You don't need all those. Those are just examples, all right? Elements of an extended power offer. All right, first of all, you have your power offer that we talked about in the beginning. All right, you're calling out to your avatar. Really big one. Backing up the promises. So you're making a big promise, and then you have like a picture or some authority or a testimonial or something. You can be throwing stones at your enemy. You have some authority or a little bit about your background. You have a personality. You have a unique mechanism, a process, relatability, proof, testimonials. Okay, you don't need all of these. You just need some of these, though. I mean, you absolutely need the power offer and the calling out, but you can kind of mix and match the rest of them so that it fits into your story or into your extended power offer. All right, 3 rules to live by. Find something good to say it well, and then say it often enough to semi-retire and live free. So if you have a really good idea for your course, for your coaching program, for your product, or whatever your service, just figure out a great way to say it, why it's so important, say it well, and then say it enough so you can retire and live free. This goes into like if you went on a campaign of just going on podcasts and stuff, and you had your power offer dialed in or your extended power offer, and you say it, you found something good to say, you say it well, and then you say it often enough to semi-retire and live free, you're going to be able to just go on every single podcast out there in the world and just consistently create customers and drive traffic to your offer because you're making an offer to everybody. Okay? Very, very powerful. Time is the ultimate shortcut for your business. When you focus on time as a solution to your problem in business, nearly all other options become irrelevant. Urgency is the tool we use to extract time, value, and currency. What is urgency? Importance requiring swift action, something that needs to happen quickly. So we have to have you don't have to, but I would recommend have a time factor in your power offer, okay? Because it makes urgency, right? I'll say I'll get you a up and running webinar in 24 hours, or I will build you an automated website within 30 days. Like once you think about time, it's really powerful, okay? So time is what's going to separate you from all the other crap offers. And if you can save people time, you're saving people the most important currency of all. All right, so why is it so important to have urgency in your power offer? All right, and time also subconsciously, it inspires action, right? It triggers them to consider the results and the promise and the time as well. Everyone values their time. Higher end clients tend to value it more than lower end clients, right? So if you're trying to charge a lot of money, but you can save them time, that's what really matters to them because they have money, but they might not have any time and they could use that help. When done correctly, immediately displays perceived value in their mind and positions you as a solution, as an authority, okay? All right, the avatar shortcut. How to use the closest to the hole. All right, this is we're going to show you some slides next, but this is basically instead of going after like, I mean, I'm a huge fan. Like, I really am mastering the art of converting cold traffic, which is like the whole fucking world to give me $1 or something, you know? But when you're just starting out, when you're creating your power offer, if you want to make the most money and have the most impact, you want to specifically focus on the avatar that is closest to the hole, okay? The conversion hole. Sounds kind of dirty, but you'll have your avatar, and identify the right avatar is critical for your success. Most people teach that avatar design and mislead their customers, whether intentionally or unintentionally, and it's catastrophic. You could have the perfect offer to the wrong avatar and go completely broke because of it. But I'm about to show you is the most powerful and simplest way to have an avatar exercise and explanation and speak to your avatar who is closest to the hole. All right, so it's a little blurry, but down here is the money, okay? So we got all the way here at zone 4, closest to the conversion hole. The conversion hole is down here. So we really want to focus on people that are in zone 1, okay? How many customers does it take to make a sale? The closer someone is to the conversion hole, the more they are typically worth and the easier they are to convert. Here's an example, okay? So we're talking about stock market investing. So the people that are way out here, okay, wants to build a side hustle, make money, no experience or interest in the stock market, right? They're still a potential customer, maybe, but they're way out here, okay? Have not yet invested in the stock market, so they know about the stocks but haven't invested. Already invested in the stock market with another strategy. Already wants to do or has already tried option trading, okay? So these people have already tried it. Now they just really want the profits. Boom, they're going to pay you money because they're so close. They already have tried it. They have money. They're ready to go, as opposed to these big outside customers, okay? So you want to go for your customer avatar for the people that are absolutely closest to the conversion hole. Keep it as easy as possible, okay? And then here's just another example. So there's zone 4, zone 3, zone 2, zone 1, and then there's just the money. So the money is in zone 1, all right? There's money in all of these, and you can expand to all these, but you mostly just want to start with making your offer to zone 1. All right, the biggest mistake I see is when people are creating an avatar, they are speaking to someone who's in zone 3 or 4. They are unknowingly forcing themselves to have to make 2 or 3 extra conversions, not realizing that these people have the longest to convert and are least likely to convert. So this is basically really powerful. Going back to this one, it's like if we're going all the way up here, first we have to convert these people that want the side hustle at the top. We have to convert them into being interested in deciding, okay, the stock market is maybe the way that I want to do it, but I've never traded. Then we have to convert them to actually put their money into the stock market, right? And then we have to convert them. They've already invested in the stock market. Now we have to get them into option trading. And then these option trading people are going to convert to our way of doing it. So instead of having to convert, 4 people, we just want to focus on the people that are just one conversion away, one step away from putting money in our bank account and taking us up on our offer, okay? So that's really, really powerful when you're putting together your power offer, is that you just go for this zone 1, the easiest and most likely to convert, not the whole freaking world, okay? And that's really what's going to set you apart, and it's going to make you a ton of money. All right, so now it's time for you to write your power offers, okay? Write them all out, write for as many offers as you have, and then start testing them, okay? And once you start getting reactions and conversations and money, hopefully, like if you get calls and applications, that's the fucking goal. We just made money. This is the fastest way to get money in your pocket today, right now. Very, very powerful stuff. Write out your power offer, go and test it. And once you get one that's really just killing it, that's when you can turn it into an ad and you can turn it into a whole business and you can just, take off to the moon and start making a lot of money. Because if you can start just generating consistent customers, you can retire, you're set for life. So let's just get there. All right. So write out all your power offers. I hope this was really helpful. I appreciate you guys. If you're listening to this, if it's out there in the world, like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Just tell me what you guys need help with, or if I missed anything, or if there's anything that we can go into further detail. All right. Appreciate you. Talk to you later.